Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a prediction and breakdown of Pedro Munhoz versus Dominick Cruz. This is the last prediction video of the week of UFC 269. Pedro Munhoz, Dominick Cruz. I'm very excited for this matchup. Really underrated matchup that should be on the main card, except for Jeff Neal versus Santiago Ponzinibbio, but they want to promote someone between Neal and Ponzi. Munhoz and Cruz. This is a very good matchup. I think this is a very good matchup. Very underrated matchup in the bantamweight division. I love this matchup. I really do. I think it's very underrated. I know people are looking at O'Malley Paiva, Kara France Garbrandt, Kai Kara France versus Cody Garbrandt, Neal Ponzi. This is a really underrated matchup that belongs on the main card. But what I think is going to happen in this matchup, I think this will be a really an underrated technical matchup. Very Casey Kenny, Dominick Cruz-esque matchup. My prediction: I'm going to go for Dominick Cruz over Pedro Munhoz. Pedro Munhoz has a chance. I understand. Pedro Munhoz 100% has a chance. He has a chance. I don't see it, though. I was originally picking Munhoz, but then I was like, Cruz can do this, and I'm picking Cruz. I trust him to win. I'm pretty confident in him as well. I think Cruz gets it done over Pedro Munhoz. I think this is a very good matchup for Dominick Cruz. I think this is a very good matchup for Cruz. Let's look at Cruz first. Cruz coming off a win over Casey Kenny. That was a split decision. I actually thought every round could have went to Cruz 30-27. I scored it 29-28 because Kenny had good moments in one of the rounds, but I thought Cruz. I don't know how that's a split decision. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how. Before that, lost to Henry Cejudo. But he was looking good in that fight against Cejudo, and he took down like a week's notice. Didn't look in the best shape. And then he lost to Cody Garbrandt then. And I'll talk through those matchups, these three matchups, and the TJ Dillashaw one, of course. But Cruz is looking good lately. He beat Casey Kenny, came back against, lost it. First off, he lost to Cody Garbrandt. He looked okay against Garbrandt, man. He looked pretty good. Won every round. No, he didn't win every round. He lost the fight, but, outstruck Cody Garbrandt every round. Garbrandt knocked him down to the robot thing, body and robot thing. But, he looked good against Garbrandt. Looked pretty decent against Garbrandt. Before that, beat Uriah Faber pretty easily. Beat TJ Dillashaw them before. And I know people like to say, but he lost to Dillashaw. Some people thought Dillashaw won 3-2. I thought the first 3 rounds could have been Dominick Cruz's round, and he beat TJ Dillashaw, which is a good win to have. It's a good matchup. I think Dominick Cruz is still the bantamweight GOAT. Pedro Yan's coming up there. Dillashaw might be, if he does succeed to win the bantamweight title still. He arguably could have lost to Corey Sandhagen in his last fight, so Dominick Cruz still in there, still looking good. He is still looking good, man. Then he came back, lost to Cejudo because I think Jose Aldo pulled out of this fight versus Henry Cejudo, and then Cruz stepped in. Cruz stepped in and looked okay early. The stoppage was weird. I kind of thought it was a weird stoppage, bit of a weird. If Cruz was getting, he got kneed in the face first off, went for a takedown, got kneed in the face by Cejudo. But if his face was getting pounded out on the ground, getting boom, boom, boom from Cejudo, Woodley Lawler-esque, Woodley Lawler follow-up shots-esque, then I would understand. But he was getting back up. It was a weird stoppage, but he probably would have got finished anyways. And he probably would have lost that fight to Cejudo anyways. Then he took it. He did like a Dan Hooker and took on Casey Kenny. Was just looking at himself and looked down those rankings, risked his ranking spot. I don't even know if he was ranked then. But he did, like, remember when Dan Hooker took on Nasrat Haqparast? Dominick Cruz took on Casey Kenny and won against Casey Kenny almost every round. I thought it was a 29-28 unanimous decision for Dominick Cruz. One of the judges somehow scored that for Kenny. But I think Cruz's footwork is going to be weird here for Munhoz. Casey Kenny's like a knockoff version of Pedro Munhoz. But yeah, Pedro Munhoz, looking good. Well, not really recently. Coming off a loss to Jose Aldo, which isn't bad. He got scolded in that fight. And now, if you think about it, Rob Font did better against Aldo than Pedro Munhoz. I understand it was a 5-rounder, but still. You know, Munhoz not really looking the best lately. The loser of this one should just go home. Really. Especially if it's Munhoz. If it's Cruz, maybe one more win, maybe one more fight, and then we'll see. But, like, you know, beat Jimmy Rivera, but how good a win is Jimmy Rivera at this point? Jimmy Rivera, how really good is a win over Jimmy Rivera at this point? Jimmy Rivera was coming off a win over Cody Stamann. I don't know how good that really was. I thought he won against Edgar. At first I thought maybe Edgar can win this, but watched it back. He did win 3-2, maybe 4-1 against Frankie Edgar. And then against Sterling, he got scolded by Aljamain Sterling. Scolded. And this was when he was on a huge streak, beating Garbrandt by KO, beating Brian Caraway by KO, and beating Brett Johns, and got scolded by John Dodson. Got scolded by John Dodson. Then, and in that third round, and against Jose Aldo, he got outclassed. He got really badly outclassed. There's always that chance he can go out there and just chop the legs of Dominick Cruz and just do his footwork. And he can ruin his footwork with the leg kicks, but that's all he really does when he goes on the feet. Leg kicks. And in that fight against Aldo, why he lost, he was checking the leg kicks of Pedro Munhoz. Munhoz might have broken a foot in that fight. And I think Cruz will look at that fight against Aldo and be like, I can do what Aldo basically did. Check the leg kicks, look good. It's a risky matchup, I understand, and Cruz can definitely lose. I'm pretty confident in him though. Like, let's be real. The people that have people that Munhoz beaten, they didn't care. They just went in for the kill. Jimmy Rivera came in with good shots, big hooks, got his legs chopped up really badly. You know, Munhoz has a good chin. I think this will be a 29-28 decision victory for I think this will be a 29-28 victory for Dominick Cruz. We'll see though. Pedro Munhoz, the young Punisher, not really young anymore. It's kind of the old Punisher now, or just the Punisher, Pedro Munhoz. That sounds a bit better. But people like came in, people that Munhoz has lost to were smart and stuck at range, like Jose Aldo. Aljamain Sterling didn't even take him down. And Dominick Cruz needs to stick at range for 3 rounds. Don't shoot or else you're dead. You're done. Munhoz will latch up a guillotine. Or Darce. One of them. Even Aljamain Sterling was sticking at range. And that's not really aging well since Sterling. I know Sterling's a champion, technically. But like, is he really? Let's be real. Let's be real. Is he really? But yeah, people that like, if I doubt. Okay, people that have Munhoz has lost to were smart. People that Munhoz has beaten aren't really that smart. Garbrandt just traded like an idiot against Pedro Munhoz. Munhoz has a solid chin. He has a hell of a chin. But people are able to outsize him as well. Like, Dominick Cruz is going to be way bigger here. We're going to see that at the weigh-ins. And, oh, they're not at the press conference. Oh, this sucks. The press conference is today for in a couple of hours. But, no. I'm not going to make a press conference reaction. There's just no point. It's just going to be Garbrandt, O'Malley, and Penny and Nunes. I'm not making that. Sorry, I'm not doing it. But man, people were dumb to trade with like Garbrandt when he got rocked by Munhoz on the feet. He went for a takedown. Munhoz almost had him in a guillotine. Brian Caraway just gave up quickly in that fight. Just got TKO'd. Brett John, same thing. Rob Font went for a takedown, got guillotined straight away. And that was back in 2017. I know Rob Font's much improved now, but still. And so is Munhoz, of course. I think Cruz can stick out range and win. I think he'll win against Pedro Munhoz. Risky matchup, I understand, but I think you have to look at it, man. Cruz is still the bantamweight GOAT. I'd say. If Dillashaw wins the bantamweight belts right now, he's the GOAT. But I think Cruz is the GOAT, man. Bantamweight GOAT. If he wins against Pedro Munhoz, there's so much more options. Munhoz, if he loses, maybe move down to flyweight, which is a better option. Why would you want to still be in the same division? But yeah, while you're losing too. So if Cruz does win, we'll see where Cruz is ranked. Cruz is ranked. Oh, imagine these top fives. Imagine if this can go perfect. Petr Yan, Aljamain Sterling, Petr Yan champion. Petr Yan number 1. Number 2, TJ Dillashaw. Number 3, Jose Aldo. Number 4, Dominick Cruz. Number 5, I think that's top 5, right? Unless you count Sterling, if you count Yan as champ by then. But just all those names. Aljamain Sterling, Petr Yan, TJ Dillashaw, Jose Aldo, and Dominick Cruz. And if he wins this, there's a lot of matchups you can do. You can do Aldo, Cruz, but why would Aldo want to look back? I think they should do Aldo, Dillashaw for like an interim belt or something. And then Yan Sterling, of course. And then you can do, whoa! Dominick Cruz versus Corey Sandhagen. You can do that. Or Rob Font. I don't even mind his chance against Font. You can do that also. Or Merab, but Merab should fight Marlon Vera. I don't know why he's not gonna. But if Cruz wins, he's lost to Garbrandt. Cejudo's gone, so that won't affect him. Garbrandt's been losing lately, and that's what's holding Cruz back. It's annoying, but like if Garbrandt's gonna be in the flyweight division, if he wins or loses, I think. If he loses, we'll see. But if he wins, he'll definitely be there. Why would you just win against Kai France and just dip? But Cruz, when Garbrandt leaves, I think he should be number 5. Sandhagen number 4. Font can move down, and Cruz should just jump. Seriously. Munhoz is not even above Garbrandt, and he KO'd him round 1. Badly. I just don't understand. But there's more. I think they should do Corey Sandhagen, Dominick Cruz. They talk like this. I know it's nothing to do with it, but they talk kind of the same. They fight kind of the same. I think Sandhagen would beat him, but it'd be an interesting matchup. In a 3-rounder, I think it's Sandhagen's, but maybe in a 5-rounder, Cruz can get it. But I don't know. Maybe opposite. Who knows? I think that they should make that fight next. It's perfect. But you gotta move Cruz above Merab. Merab only beat Marlon Moraes, and he almost lost. So definitely move him above Merab. Font, does he deserve to be above Font? He probably won't be because Font beat Garbrandt and Cruz didn't. But I'll at least put him at number 5 or 6 if he wins. But yeah, it's a good matchup. I think Dominick Cruz gets a 29-28 decision, winning the first 2 rounds of this fight. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is my prediction and breakdown of this fight. Dominick Cruz versus Pedro Munhoz, or Pedro Munhoz versus Dominick Cruz. And that's it. Peace out, guys.